Yo, what's up to another episode of the Challenge Season 40 recap and predictions. And we're talking about episode 7 with my man here, Jessie. What's up, Jessie?
What's up? How's it going?
Good, good. I just finished
Awesome.
watching episode 7. Man, I don't know about you, but when I watch it, I get pretty intense. I'm always... it's more intense than the Super Bowl I've watched a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
I
What the fuck's up with that game? Like, what? I
And-
could just imagine for the people that are actually like, like
In it?
Devin mentioned it. He's like, I'm worried about so-and-so. And you're just like, you know what? I feel for you, man. It's
absolutely.
It was definitely-
It was a good episode.
It was definitely a good episode. But I want to get right back in the beginning. I know we talked about episode 5 and 6 last time we were on. Now we're talking about episode 7, and I want to mention the targets just in case anyone forgot. So the targets in this one, Era 1 was Tina and Darrell. Era 2 was Nehemiah and Aviv.
Yep.
Era 3 was Naya and Jordan. And Era 4 was Michelle and Kylan.
Yeah.
So those are the targets. Whoever loses goes straight to the battle. And then there's the winner of one of those has to pick the other 2 losers to go down against them into the challenge. But, poor, what's his name? Daryl. Am I calling Darrell? Why Daryl? His name's Daryl. Fuck that. No, Darrell. My bad, Daryl.
Yeah.
Darrell has a huge fear of heights. And what do they have to do in this one? Jump off
a 30. Is it 56 story? Yeah,
56 story building in Vietnam.
I would have loved that.
Not me. Fuck.
I love jumping off shit for some reason.
I would have slipped, fell, pretend I hurt my ankle. Got no need for that shit.
Oh, well.
No
I love
need.
jumping off stuff. I don't know what it is.
No need.
You've
But
seen me jump off build.
because you have too much trust for things. I don't trust anything. I'm not gonna trust a wire. I'm not gonna trust the water. No, I'm not gonna. This guy's jumping off shit in Dominican. We signed fucking paperwork that none of us read. I'm like, I ain't jumping off anything.
It's true, eh? 'Cause, fuck, I don't know how shallow that water was.
Dude, I was like, they're like, why do you always go last? I'm like, I'm seeing how many injuries there's first. And that's what the challenge would be for me too. So there's one of 2 things. I might go second. Because first you got to see if the fucking shit works.
Yeah, that's true.
And you don't want to go last just in case the shit got worn out, right?
Yeah, that's true. Especially in the vine.
So they're jumping off this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And they have to grab a flag
Yep,
that opens up this thing to get a puzzle piece.
that's right.
Okay. But there's this other little flag. If you get it at the same time, it knocks off 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. And if you grab 2 flags or you miss a flag,
Penalties.
penalty, 1 minute.
5 minutes or something.
Or
I think
5
it was-
minutes, yeah,
I
something
think
like
it was
that,
a
yeah.
lot. So, who was it? Era 4 goes first. Big ass Josh grabs the fucking thing.
They
None
can't
of them.
pick him up.
Dude, you have the strongest girl, Jenny.
Yep.
You have Theo, that's no slouch.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
And
pulling
Casey.
out. And Casey, that's the other next strongest girl on the team. They can't pull this dude out.
No, he's a big lad. Because
I get it.
He's not just big,
but
he's tall.
you don't
he's big.
have like Avery and little girls like Michelle. It's like
Yeah.
we're looking at some pretty big powerhouses.
I think because they went first, I don't
Yeah.
think they saw what they should have done. I think they should have, because they were just trying to pull and hold him. Pull and hold them.
Oh,
They
instead of
should
keep
just
going back.
ran back like everybody else did. I think that's what screwed them. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we weren't there.
The
you're
comments
right.
were funny. Like, where's Josh? Did Josh hit the ground? Like, where did he go?
Well, yeah, if they did, those guys would have been pulling themselves through the building,
Yeah.
So they end up doing that.
Yeah.
They don't look that impressive. Era 2 goes up. They
Like
Blow-
it was
blow by that.
like fucking Sunday lunch.
Era 1 goes, and poor Tina gets 2 flags, gets the penalty, and I'm like, sitting there going, come on, man, how'd you do that?
Right? Like,
Was she
literally.
trying to get that other flag? Was she trying to be the
Probably.
hero? Did you? That's what I assumed. She was like,
Because why would you grab like this, right? Like,
It was kind of weird.
yeah.
Kind of weird. They get the penalty. There's only one of them were allowed to do the puzzle because they're limited of 4 in that
That's
team.
right.
Where the other teams would have the remainder of the team that wasn't jumping off
That's right.
to get the puzzles. So it's kind of harder. You're by yourself because
By
2,
yourself,
3
yeah.
eyes are definitely better than one.
And she was missing a piece.
That was. Remember, she was like, "What the hell is this?" It's kind of looking. It's like everything's in here. How am I supposed to figure that out? Era 3 comes out and they smoke it too. They've been very consistent, also, right?
Era 3 has been killing it, yeah.
Very. So now that he, instead of naming who the winners, they go right off the bat. They go, the
The
losers,
losers
are
are.
Era 4. Now,
No
in my
surprise.
mind, I thought it was 1. I thought Tina's penalty.
Me too. Me too.
You too? Okay. So I thought the penalty was going to be the one they take the hit on.
Yeah. I guess Josh was down there for a long time.
Now imagine being scared. You're like, and you're still lingering while these guys are inching you up, and you still don't want to be there. Like when there was Darrell that was up there, they were hanging for a while. Like you'd shit his pants. Like
Oh my God.
he was wiping his tears off his head when he
Dude,
jumped
I'm
off.
surprised he jumped. Because
Yes,
he
so
chickened
much.
out. He chickened out all the other times.
And Era 3 ended up being the winner. It was between
Yeah.
a minute amongst 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And what blew my mind is I thought Nia might have taken longer than she did to get going.
Because she didn't. She looked like she was just standing there, and she was
Naveed
like,
did the
no.
same thing in Era 2.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I mean? Obviously, the cut scenes, these
You don't know,
producers
right?
and directors and shit are really good at, you know, the intensity and you know, because it was interesting. I thought Nia was gonna be the one. Okay, the Darrell of in the women, you know, but whatever.
Because they both of chickened out and quit
Exactly.
in the exact same scenario, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I thought that was going to happen. And then, you know, what they're all saying, well, I can't because there's only 4 of us, so we can't really afford to be last. Which
And Nia said if it would have been an individual challenge, I would have said
Quit.
fuck it and went in. So
Yeah.
good for them for not being too selfish. We've
That's
seen
true.
selfish players in the
yeah,
past.
yeah,
It was nice to see no selfishness there. Season
yeah.
40 took everyone's game to another level.
yeah,
So Era 3 wins. So that's Jordan and Nia. So they're going down to pick against who are the other ones we were just mentioning? Oh, Michelle and
It
Kylan
was
are
Michelle
already
and
down.
Kylan
So
are
it's Naomiya and Aviv,
Yep.
Nehemiah and Aviv, and Tina and Darrell.
yeah.
That's who they have to pick against. But what's cool is before there, they have a little party. And I find Corey and Devin are starting to have a bit of a drama.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, you're next on the rotation. We've been volunteering. And his excuse was,
She's not going to pick me.
she'll never pick me if she wins. She's not going to pick me if she wins. I was like, shit. Okay, cool. But if you tell, hey, babe, pick me.
Wouldn't she just say thank you?
Yeah, like, oh, exactly. So I could
Yeah,
see
that's
Devin's
his,
frustrated in there.
it's his fucking scapegoat, right?
It was.
A cheesy one, but
Look, how can we say this? I would have expected it from another player, not Devin.
because he's usually like fair with
Yeah, yeah.
keeping his word and doing what, you know, like,
Being a fan of the challenge, I'm not going to say what he did was wrong.
no.
Because sometimes you got to do stuff like that to win.
Yep.
But coming from him was a little bit surprising.
Different. Yeah.
So I was a little bit, okay. And it's his eyes. Oh, is she supposed to pick me or it's a me? And I was like, you make no sense with this argument.
This is the first time, like, I've seen Devin like this. And I know it was mentioned in the episode where he's like, I'm not playing like my usually self. I'm shooting
Yes.
from the hip. Like, I think being in a relationship with her is definitely changing the way he plays.
Yeah.
He's not the same Devin. Not for better, not for worse, just
No.
different.
Well, we don't know yet, for
Yeah.
better or worse. As of
Yeah.
right now, it's a Devin game. It's working
Yeah.
out in his favor. But you're right. For better or worse, we don't know yet.
We don't know. But it's just definitely different to see Devin act this way, you know?
Corey, like you're sacrificing Corey too. Like, why would you
Yeah.
want to piss him off? You know, Corey's picking him if he wins. If
Oh,
he went down and
yeah.
won, like he's gonna
Yeah.
be like, you know what I mean? Yo, I'm
Oh.
putting me. That's what's gonna. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting to see that in the later episodes. So Jordan comes down, Nia goes down. Like I said, Darrell and Tina, Aviv and Nehemiah, they go down, and the person that has the relationship with the most of them is Nia.
Yeah.
She has a relationship with Darrell. She has a relationship with Nehemiah. Tina's trying to plead a case that she's half Vietnamese all of a sudden. That's
Yeah.
all news to me. I knew she was something else, but it took 7 episodes to figure this out. What's going on here, you know? Even them pleading all their case, even in the like they had, who else had another conversation? It was Nia and Rachel at
Yes.
the party. She's like, yo, you have to like aim over there now.
Yeah. We'll start
Too many
taking
numbers
shots.
over there. And she's like, well, why don't we just wipe out Arrow 1? No, don't get me wrong. I'm curious as the next person.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? I'm so
Yep.
curious. But that's a curiosity of a guy sitting on the couch watching the show.
That's
What
right.
about someone playing the actual game?
How
This team's already
potential-
weakened. Derek's legs bummed.
Yeah.
That's not a threat anymore. They're
No,
not
I
very-
know. That's where I'd be like, this weekend another team now, right? Like,
Like I was, and I'm just sitting there going, this relationship shit's going to blow up eventually.
oh yeah, because there's just like Josh. There's too many IOUs and there's too many.
Yeah.
It's going to come back and haunt you soon. Like you're going to
So I
start
guess-
pissing people off.
I guess you play the game until it blows up. I guess I don't
guess
know.
so.
I guess it's.
I mean,
just-
you got Corey that's getting pissed off because he keeps going in.
Yes.
And then Jenny, well, she's gonna start crying again about it.
Well, that's going to be a freak out. But
Yeah.
before I get to that, because I want to get to Jenny. So they eventually pick Darrell and Tina.
Yeah,
Tina freaks the fuck out. I think Tina's
Oh,
my
yeah.
new favorite
she
challenger.
is.
She's like, he goes, why do you feel like we're going against you? She's like, I'm going down. like, she's like, what? Like, do you make sense on how?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Why would you say that? Oh, am I not going down? She's like, yeah. Well, then I feel like you're picking on us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going down. They're going against Kylan and Michelle.
Yeah,
And we talked about this in last episode. I said if Michelle goes down, I think personally, oh Dana, what's up? Things are going.
hey, what's up, Dana?
I know we're doing the challenge season 40 recap and predictions, but don't get me wrong. Soon enough, I think maybe early next week we're gonna do the our normal happy hour live on the
Happy hour.
live on the mic podcast style. I have
Nice.
a few. Trust me, there's been notes. There's some good stuff coming up, guys. There's some good asshole shit coming out of me for that one. Good stuff. But then
It's
if you
gonna
haven't
be
watched
fun. It's gonna
the
be
challenge,
fun.
man, you have to watch it. You got to join us. Challenge season 40 on MTV, 8:00 Eastern time, whatever that is, Alberta time or Saskatchewan. She's from Saskatchewan, from what I remember. So they go down and they get picked. She does a whole fucking freak out. I absolutely love her
Me
freak
too.
out. I think her freak out is
It's
legit.
justified.
Thank you. It's legit. It's sickening. They've been picked on a bit. She's going down again. But another little freak out was bananas on Ryan,
Yeah.
saying he's a scapegoat. He goes, hey, Nehemiah, it's going to be me and you and me and you and me and you because these guys are just skating by. And he's like, oh, we're just skating by. Do you think it's easy for us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't done a thing.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything.
They've been carrying you in the daily challenges. You've been
Dodging the
And the
frickin'
thing
challenge.
is, no one's going to pick them because there's no threat.
It's useless. Yeah.
No absolute threat. And Ryan pulls the worst argument in history. He's like, well, do you think it's just so easy for us over here? I'm like, yeah, it makes no sense what you just said. Absolutely no sense.
What Derek said sort of made sense. Like he said, you guys might have all the brawn and the muscle.
Yes.
But we have 6 girls that won't pick us.
That's right.
It's true.
And who's doing the picking? The women.
The women. So
It works out. It actually,
Absolutely.
in a game like this, works out for Derek and Ryan. It absolutely does work out for them.
yeah. But
So,
eventually, they're gonna get called on.
Of course. Of
Because
course.
if Bananas goes down and wins because he hasn't
Mm-hmm.
had a chance to go in it yet, who do you think he's going to take out of his era?
But he can't take it because it has to be a girl.
Oh, that's right. So yeah,
You see how
if he
screwed
goes
up this
down with
game
Laura.
is?
Yeah. That's right.
So
Well,
Laura-
I'm sure Laura would pick him.
But who, okay, so we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tina goes against Michelle. They have to do this pipe moving thing.
Yeah.
Do some math with the numbers. It's addition, subtraction.
Yeah. It wasn't very hard.
Bro, my brain can't process how they have to go back and count again. And now we should have a whole new challenge called Grade 3 fucking math.
When I saw the equation, I was like, well, it's not that bad. But I guess if you're rushing, maybe it's, I don't know.
So whatever. Tina pops out of there first. I get all my hopes up.
Me
Tina
too.
does
I was
thing.
like, what?
Michelle comes in. I'm
Upset.
like, okay, she doesn't. Then they start going back and forth. Anytime I see people's fingers in the sand, I know we're fucked.
Yeah. And Devin can't say anything because he can't see the equation.
The numbers, yes.
So he's like, he was trying, he was looking. He's like, I can't fucking see them.
And all of a sudden, you hear Michelle, I got it. And then my soul got sucked out
Yeah.
of me. So Tina takes the L, my favorite new challenge competitor.
Hey, you know what? I'm. If you would have done this 2 years ago, I would have put her dead last.
Who?
Tina.
Yes.
She stepped up huge, got in shape.
Most improved
Oh, big time.
by time. Yeah, big time. Love her attitude.
Yeah.
Love her thing. You know, I like her shit so much that I might have to rewatch the All Stars because I think I became a bigger fan today than I
Absolutely.
did before, and I might have
Yeah.
to go back and root
Yeah, I
for her,
might
even though I
do
know
too.
who wins and loses. But I mean, it's just to see the love
The
of
development.
the character.
Yeah.
Yes. Now next goes up. It ends up being Darrell and our buddy Kaylin.
Kaylin, yeah.
Kalen supposedly he has a new nickname that shows up in no episodes ever.
I know, the calculator.
The human calculator, Derek calls him, which we always know that's Devin,
Yeah.
not Kalen.
Mm-hmm.
So that was news to me. I'm like, the who? I'm like, okay, well, sure. Maybe he's autistically smart with the number. I don't know.
Yeah.
Comes in, bum, 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 does his thing. They go on. Darrell comes out of there first. I'm like, holy shit.
I
This
know.
might be
I was like, wow.
I'm going to ask you a serious question, Jesse. Did he lose on fucking purpose?
He had to.
Did he lose on purpose?
Come on.
Did,
He's like, I shouldn't have went down in the sand. I knew the answer.
he didn't go down the sand. He was
playing in the sand, man. He was
I
building
made
castles.
sand castles.
Yeah, man.
We made fucking some.
He didn't even write anything. He was smoothing it
sand
out.
angels.
Like, I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
And he's looking up.
Even
this way.
Devin was like, what's he doing? He's not playing with the sand. Yeah.
I do not care what anyone tried to tell me after witnessing that.
Mm-hmm.
That he threw it. I don't care.
Because he said, was it him that said we're one L away from him packing his bags? Was it him that said that?
Something like that.
So, and I think when he lost Brad, I think he threw in the towel.
Oh my God, he did say something like that. I'm one LOA to booking my flight, packing my bag,
Yeah.
something like yeah.
So
Dude,
that came back in my head when you saw him playing around the side. I'm
Wow.
like, this motherfucker packed it in.
Because I'm looking at him, he's like, he didn't
doesn't
even
wanna
wipe it
fight.
once. He never even wrote a number.
Fucking number. He just played around in the sand. And then Kylan, well, we knew he was going to get it fast, right? Just
Yeah.
He's smart and
Yeah, that L was the. I'm surprised TJ didn't say something.
mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Like what was going on there? Yeah.
No. Anyone? I've seen people throw daily challenges, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
to get
Yeah.
someone thrown in or vote or whatever. But that for me, I think, was a witness of a throwing in the actual
Towel.
gauntlet towel in a challenge elimination.
Because like I started thinking, like, why did he even get out of there so fast? Then, like, why didn't he just pretend to stay stuck in the fucking pipes? Like,
I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
didn't want to bring that up earlier until now. I think he threw the game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that guy's been checked out
For a long time.
7 friggin' challenges ago.
absolutely.
Guys,
not-
he tells people he's won 4.
I know, 4 of the
Oh,
fucking
God.
original ones.
Yeah.
It's like saying the Montreal Canadiens have the most Stanley Cups. It's
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, when there's 5 teams and
That's
6
right.
teams.
That's right. No,
know.
that's that one really rubbed me the wrong way.
Yep.
It rubbed me the total wrong way. So now they had to pick new targets, right? Obviously, era 1. There's only Derek and Rachel left.
So it's a gimme.
So, Cara Maria gets picked,
I was happy for that.
which is interesting. It was nice to see that. Kylan's
Yeah.
like, yo, I have a better relationship with Laurel,
Yep.
and finally Derek comes in.
I know.
Finally,
Fine. I know. I was surprised. I thought for sure like it was going to be someone like
Bananas maybe, but it was Nehemiah. Nehemiah or fucking no, but Nehemiah was a pick. You can't pick someone that's
Can't.
already been picked, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Yeah,
That's right.
So I thought it would have been Bananas.
Me too.
I thought they were going back and forth. But what is era 4 owe Bananas? Really not much. But Michelle came through. She goes, hey, I have a friendship beyond here. He comes through. So we got to say that politically still Bananas is still hanging in there.
Yep.
And you know what he's going to do? He's going to tie up Corey.
He's gonna turn some people.
Because
He's
now
good at
the
that.
next one, era 3, ends up being Corey, and Avery ends up volunteering. And Corey friggin'
And she's
pissed
like-
off
She's
because...
like, I have faith in my team.
yeah.
Good for
Well,
you,
that's good for you.
'cause
I don't have that much faith. Relax. But
you're putting it in someone else's hands all the time when you do that.
you're
So-
gonna get arrogant. Someone's gonna fucking throw the daily
Oh my
challenge.
God.
Something you can't. You got to be a little iffy. But Corey is pissed that Devin wasn't, because she asked Michelle, "Is there any volunteers?" This is where you could have stepped up, like we talked about earlier. Didn't even looked at her. She picks Corey. Doesn't want to pick our man. Sure, Corey's extremely pissed. Do you see here where Bananas leans towards Corey and goes, "I know you don't fucking like me, but we got to do something now.
Yeah.
You are the odd man out in that. My crew's getting a
I'm
little
the other
thin
man
over here.
Mm-hmm.
We got to make some moves." I see
Because
that.
Corey has nobody really. Like he's alone.
No, Corey used to have Nelson. Yeah, he used to have the other big white guy. I don't remember what his name was. The one that ate all the stuff for Ashley and made her win. Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter. You had Hunter. You had a nice little crew at one point, but now you're right. He's a sole survivor. Well, he has Nehemiah on his team,
Yeah.
but again, not in a strong era, right?
No.
Era 2. So Nehemiah, Bananas on era 2, lean over towards Corey. That could it could change a little bit.
Yeah.
AV throws himself in there. So now Colin picks goes, I have better friendships with these two, which let me just rewind this a little bit. Casey and Olivia. Olivia was on the same team in the new champions, throwing his ass down
Yep.
every chance they had.
Got him eliminated.
So
She eliminated him. By putting him down against, what's her name, eliminated him from the last challenge. And
I was for sure thinking it was her. For sure. It couldn't be Michelle. Michelle's down with him. Kurt, okay, cool. You don't have a relationship. I don't know what your relationship is with Casey, but there's no bad one. I'm like, Olivia's going down.
I don't know why everybody else in the fucking eras had to self-nominate, but fucking Casey and Olivia don't.
Yeah, it's true. Even Michelle technically nominated herself
she did last
week.
week. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no one's taking a... I'm sorry, man.
Jenny's gonna absolutely lose it.
She's gonna beat the shit out of him. She's gonna raid. She's gonna rage on him.
Who is she teamed up with? Bananas.
Yep. And I think that's why they're throwing her down. I think they want to weaken that too. Maybe they don't like that relationship.
But dude, it's just what the hell? There's. I hate watching.
Why would you? You know what? You're gonna start losing your players if you don't keep your team strong.
Together. Yes.
And that's what's going to happen. And now Bananas are going to infiltrate that. He's going to say, Jenny, stop winning. Win the challenge. Pick your people. Pick them off. Fuck them. Come join us.
Okay. Let's predict this. Let's say Jenny throws it. Her and Theo go down. Okay.
Yeah.
Could Rachel beat her? Could Cara Maria beat her? Avery's the only one she can probably destroy. Cara Maria, depending on what it is, pretty tough. Rachel's the best girl in Era 1. So it's probably not the best thing to eliminate and put yourself, because you would need Cara Maria and Derek to win.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's not going to happen.
I don't think
because that era's not going to be that good. But you need them to win, and you would need Bananas in their ear, which he doesn't have Derek or Cara's ear, to go, to put Avery in or something. And if he wants to be friends with Corey, that's not happening either. So that's fucked. Realistically, Rachel and Derek loses.
Yeah.
That's straight up realistically.
I mean, how are they going to do their daily challenge? Like, what's it going to be? 2 people.
I don't even know. I don't even see how it's going to be done. Again, they're going to pull something off.
Yeah.
It's going to go 2x2s.
Yeah.
And they'll
2
just
people
have
to sit out on the other team or something.
Yeah. Or it's going to go a back and forth, a guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl. And it's going to be just them dying after whatever the case may be.
And then, it's going to be, if they do go down and they lose, they're out. It's not even going to, we're not even going to find out what's going to happen.
The weakest girls in that group
the following week
is Avery, the weakest girl.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the other 3 girls want to go against each other.
No.
That's if that tends to happen, there's a loss. There's a big loss. Rachel's a big loss. Cara's a big loss.
Yeah.
Jenny's a big loss.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's an interesting side for the girls. Look at the guys. So now there's Corey, Theo, Gay Derek, and Hurt Derek.
Gay Derek and Hurt Derek.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not the same guy, if you know what I mean. The 2 Dereks have no chance.
No.
Against either of them. One's too hurt. One's not. Unless it's pole dancing or that stuff they did in the beginning, there's no way the other 2 win.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm not even trying to be a dickhead. The guy's just not athletic. Unless it's a Rubik's Cube with an actual puzzle. I don't know what to tell you. At the end of the day, it's gonna be it's so the one we would all love to see would be Theo versus Corey.
Yep, that'd be a good challenge.
I think it would be really, really cool.
Put it in a hall brawl.
Oh yeah. I think Theo wins. I just think the height and the speed, because he used to be an Olympian.
Yeah.
So that's just tough, man. That is just tough. It's gonna be an interesting episode after, not this one, but the next one.
The next one, yeah.
Because I think if Era 1 takes an L on any, the guy or girl,
Well, obviously we'll find out
unless
that
we
night. They're going to cut it off.
Unless we had so many predictions on their last episode. Unless Derek and Rachel lose and that era just doesn't exist. And it keeps going the way they're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Just you're gone.
You know how we're like talking about integrating one of them?
Yeah. Maybe they just drop out and that's it.
Not even drop out. Imagine if they just take the L. Both of them take an L. We won't ever even find out what all this shit we've been talking about for 6-7 episodes. We're like, imagine if they did this, or imagine if they just both lost. And then everything we predicted was just in for nothing. Damn, man.
Yeah.
This game's crazy. This game's absolutely crazy.
It's definitely a different season for sure, and it's like it has to. People have to play it differently. Like they can't hide behind friendships.
Do you think? Is there any way you would have changed season 40? Is there any way that if in your mind, I'm TJ and I come up and I go talk to you, Jessie, I said, Jessie, do you have an idea or what would you want to do with season 40? Would you have anything else in mind?
I don't like how the guys pick the girls and the girls pick the guys.
Okay.
I wish the guys could pick the guys because like you want to put out your competitor, then you can't. You have to rely on the girl to do it for you.
Okay, that's okay. That's the one thing you change.
Yeah, that's it for myself. I'd like to see it just because
No,
then there could be more of a vendetta thing. Then, right?
Me personally, I think I would have mixed all 4 eras, but I would have mixed them all. There would have been a guy from Era 1, a girl from Era 1, a guy from
representing
Era 2,
in each group.
Each group.
Yeah, not a bad idea too.
I think that's how I would have did it. It would have been a little different. I think it would have been a little more even, maybe.
Yes, because like you got guys that are 40 years old and been playing this fucking game for 20 years, and
like they're in great shape for that age. But I mean, you put them up against some of these other guys. God damn it, man! Like, I think it would have been cool to have a CT mentor, Era 4. You know what I'm trying to like? I think they should have had. Okay, we have this many competitors from all these eras. And then you're like, this is how we're going to do it. And you intertwine them.
Yeah.
So
like
I think it would
take Kylan under his wing and
something,
right.
you know what I mean? Just to be like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, stop playing the game this way. We're going to play it this way.
Pro tips.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Even if CT ends up retiring, he should always come back as a pro tip guy.
Oh my God, yeah, for sure. Commentator. You should commentate with
just out of the, they put a little on your corner, like right here. It's like CT pro tip. Don't drop the ball. CT pro tip. Make sure you learn. Make sure you know how to swim in the challenge. Because we see so many people losing with the swimming thing. But no, I think that's how I would have changed. I think I would have integrated all the eras.
Yeah.
I think I would have integrated them in. Because like we were mentioning, guys that are friggin' hitting almost 50s, guys in their 20s, it's a little odd. And some people haven't been in for years.
Yeah.
Talking about someone that hasn't been there for years, Naviv, man, for a 5-foot
I haven't
girl,
seen the girl before.
She jumped in and grabbed that flag. I was pretty impressed with her.
Yeah. I know, a tiny girl.
Yeah. I want to see more of her. I'd love
I'm surprised that not one person missed a flag.
Because it usually happens.
Yes. There's usually one person that totally misses.
Yeah.
And,
fans.
Yeah. And they're
drops it.
Yeah. And everybody looks at them like, oh.
And then they get voted. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still, I'm going to ask you at the end of every episode, brother, man. So you still going with right now strongest team, still Era 4?
I don't know, man. I think.
Or you said Era 3
like
last
Jordan,
week. My bad.
Jordan.
You said Era 3. My
Era
bad.
3. Yeah. Era 3 is still my go-to for now. I think they're still too strong.
Yeah, overall though.
I think when you still have Devin, Corey, and Jordan all on the same team, like that's some strong guys right there. And the girls aren't as strong, but
I think for me, Era 4 still stands out. Now I think Era 4 stands out. When you look at Kylan and Theo, I think those are good. We know Josh is a bit of an anchor there.
Yeah.
Olivia's a bit of an anchor.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle's a bit Michelle's Michelle is the new Nani.
New
Nani.
Yeah. She's that middle of the pack.
She's
girl.
not terrible. She'll beat the terrible girls. Mm-hmm. She'll get smoked by a good girl. Good at certain things, extremely weak at other things.
Yeah.
She's the modern day Nani. I think that's who I put Michelle in that type of category. You know, they overrate her. Some people underrate her. She's just, like you said, the middle of the pack. Do you predict that Era 1, Derek and Rachel are gone next week?
I do. I don't. I think
Finito?
they're just going to be targeted. I think no matter what.
Finito.
Unless they
have
win,
to win.
yeah, that's the only way you can stay safe. So
Because every Era's going to look at each other and be like, just chuck
just
them in.
fucking just cut the
Put 'em
fat.
in.
Cut the fat.
Put a bullet in it. See you
Mm-hmm.
later. It
Yeah.
is what it is. I totally agree with you. I think at that point, there is no more strategy. It's
No.
take Era 1 right out.
Yeah.
You're right, unless they win. Which if there was a fantasy football percentage on who do you think you do, I think it'd be a 0.01% chance of them winning. That's just my prediction on that.
Yeah.
I still
Unfortunately.
think maybe Era 4, Era 3 still win that one. I think Era 3 wins. I think that's the Corey is the one that's going to be the shot taker, I think.
Yeah.
I think he's the shot taker. I
Mm-hmm.
think Theo and Jenny won't be the shot taker. I think Corey is the shot taker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he fights with Avery, and Avery and him do this little standoff.
Yeah.
I'm not
And-
voting, blah, blah,
Oh
blah.
yeah. She's like she did last time. She's
I'm a
like
woman. Don't
Yeah.
near me. Yeah.
I am woman. Hear me roar.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. She watched Black Panther 2, and that's it. You know? Love her to death. Beautiful girl,
Yeah.
but Jesus Christ. Sometimes, roll with the punches. It's not worth putting yourself into the sand. But
No.
yeah. Again, this with all these predictions and all these ways we could have went, you know what? Next week might be an exciting episode.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, feel free, man. Join us watching MTV Challenge Season 40 and 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's on MTV. Also on Paramount Plus, is it right, Jess?
Yep.
Is that what we're watching it on?
Yeah. Thursdays comes a new episode every Thursday morning.
And is Paramount
midnight.
Plus technically better than MTV because they're swearing?
Yeah.
Because MTV, I guess they must. I haven't watched an MTV one. That must be all edited. You're watching Paramount Plus, and they're giving a fuck you and a shut the fuck
I
up.
know.
And
I
I'm
love
like,
it.
yeah,
I love it.
I love those emotions.
It's intense, more intense. You don't hear the.
I agree.
You hear it.
I agree. You know what? Screw it. Paramount Plus. Get it on
Paramount Plus. Yep.
And you know
Hey,
what?
man,
Come watch the show.
$10 a month. Put it. You can cancel anytime.
Yeah, true. Watch it till the season's over and then wrap that shit up and get it again next season. But
Yeah.
guys, feel free to catch us live on YouTube around 8:30 on Thursday nights Eastern Time. We come and talk predictions and recaps of every episode. Feel free to come and argue with us or give us your
Input.
your AKA CT pro tips. You know what I mean? And go from there.
Don't eat
If
yellow
not-
snow.
If you don't want to catch us on YouTube, we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all Google Podcasts, all that other stuff, all the major streaming platforms. And feel free to check out all our other podcasts, like on Live in the Mic podcast with our new one with me, James, and Jessie James, and on the Appy Hour, which gets pretty interesting on that one. It gets
Yeah.
a lot of fun, man. All right, Jesse, man.
All
Thanks
right.
for
Peace out.
watching, and we'll catch you a time next week, man. Peace.